Hello everyone, this is Opera SM with the From the Ashes Alliance of Coalitions. Today we're going to be talking about our ongoing Ravnica at War Rare Reward Challenge. The card featured today will be Precinct Captain. Couple quick things about the challenge. All decks for the challenge need to be legal in the Ravnica at War event, so Origins, Guild of Ravnica, Ravnica Allegiance, War of the Spark, and M20. You can use any Planeswalker you like, and to keep this accessible to newer players, we have some limitations on the sorts of cards you'll play. You get to use up to one Masterpiece, one Mythic, 3 rares including the Precinct Captain, and the remaining 5 or more cards need to be common or uncommon. Feel free to downgrade a slot to a lower rarity if you would like to do so. That said, let's dive in. Precinct Captain is a very solid card. 13 mana for a 4/4 double strike human soldier. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to your opponent's planeswalker, create a lifelink soldier token, then a vanguard support you control gains 1 shield. This can start making a stack of lifelink soldiers very, very quickly. And I've given a sample deck, and I've chose to focus on that lifelink soldier token theme. So let's take a look at it. Obviously, Precinct Captain will be in our deck. March of the Multitudes is another fantastic card. If you have this Mythic, I think it's almost an auto-include in something like this. 8 mana spell to create X lifelink soldier tokens, where X is the number of stored mana plus 3. It also has Convoke, so you can cast it for cheaper when you've got more tokens. This will make the stack gigantic pretty quickly. Hasda Marshal for 8 mana is another card that fits the theme very well. When this creature attacks, if you control 3 or more creatures or creature reinforcements, create 2 lifelink soldier tokens. Again, we're kind of trying to amplify this soldier stack. Dawn of Hope is an interesting card. Not sure it's necessarily the strongest, but I like it and it fits the theme well. It's a support for 10. When you gain life, drain 2 mana from your hand and draw a card. With activate 2 white, create 3 lifelink soldier tokens. So obviously it's creating a bunch of tokens, but it's also a card draw engine, which if we get into a longer game, that can get us some card advantage. Let's see what else we have here. Tristani Discordant is also the last creature that I put in the deck. Again, it's another Mythic. I'm going to use this in place of a Masterpiece here, but it does also create lifelink soldiers, so I'm going whole hog on that theme. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 lifelink soldier tokens. Then your other creatures get +X/+X, where X is the number of creature reinforcements you control. So this, when we have a large token stack, can really buff up our other 2 stacks of creatures and create a lot. It's expensive at 17, but it's with the theme. It also has lifelink itself. Let's see. For the rest of the deck, let's go through. Crest Contraband is fantastic support removal. I like to run at least 1 support removal in each deck. Exile up to 2 non-land supports your opponent controls. It's fantastic. Final Payment is a very cheap removal spell. You lose 4 life when you cast it, but we're gaining so much life in this deck, I don't think that's going to matter too much. Consecrate Consume is one of my favorite removal spells in this set, and it's great to give white another good removal spell. This side, exile the first 5 cards from your opponent's graveyard and draw a card is fine. It comes up at sometimes, but the part we really like is Consume on the back. Destroy the first creature your opponent controls with the greatest power, then gain life equal to that creature's cost. Non-targeted removal is great to deal with hexproof. It will deal with their biggest threat while also gaining you some life. Fantastic. Gideon's Triumph is in a similar vein. When the first creature your opponent controls attacks, destroy that creature in this support. So again, non-targeted removal, and this can also proactively come down on the board to deal with something like a Gaia's Revenge, which seems to be pervasive in these Ravnica at War events, especially in broken decks that pump out 3 at a time. So if you're having trouble dealing with this, consider something like Gideon's Triumph as an answer to that. What else do we have in this deck here? One other card that I really wanted to try in this build was Angelic Exaltation. Support for 8. Whenever the first creature you control attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each other creature and creature reinforcement you control. Since we're creating such a big stack of lifelink soldiers, this could either make our Precinct Captain a giant double strike creature, or make our lifelink stack even bigger as well. So that's the main gist of the deck. Before we give it a try, I also, at the suggestion of Matthew from Goblin Pile, who makes fantastic videos, if you have not seen them already, I'll post a link here with. But he suggested also, and I love it when he does it, is to list some of the other cards that might be in the deck if you don't have something. This is a great option if you need, if you're a newer player and maybe don't have all the cards that I listed before. So let's take a look. Sworn Companions for 7 can create 2 lifelink soldiers. This is a mythic, but this is another option if you don't have one of the other mythics, Amiria, that can also make lifelink soldier tokens. Exposed to Daylight and Night of Autumn are 2 other options for support destruction if you need that. Mortify, Conclave Tribunal, Justice Strike are other great removal options as well. So again, even if you just have mostly commons and uncommons, you can still make this deck hum pretty well. Another direction one might want to take this deck, that if I had to do one other way, this looks like a lot of fun, is to take the double strike theme. Something like Fencing Ace is fantastic at 6 mana, 2/2 double strike. But if you load your deck up with double strikes, there's also the 5/4 Mentor guy. You could do some really fun things and beat face really fast. So with Fencing Ace and some other things that pump up power, like Brawler's Plate, which is fun because you're going to be dealing a double strike damage with this, so hopefully killing stuff pretty quickly. And this might even be an opportunity to play Colossus Hammer, which I think is a really cool card, and I'm looking for an opportunity to play it. So if you want to go that direction, that's totally something you could do. But let's give this deck a spin just to see how it's working here. I'm just in Training Grounds here. I've chosen to use Gideon 1 for this deck. Everyone is likely to have this one from when they first started playing the game. So I wanted to pick something that was accessible for anyone to use. Gideon 1's loyalty abilities all deal with buffing up creatures, which is also great with this sort of theme, as if we give an individual buff to our Precinct Captain and give him either Defender or Vigilance, that's great on defense. Or we can mass pump our whole team and make our lifelink soldiers tokens and our other creatures big as well. Kind of a win-win situation. So let's give this a shot, see how it works. All right, we're playing against Bolus 1. This is a level 60 Gideon versus a level 60 Bolus 1, so this might be a little interesting. Just, I always like to double check the mana bonuses of an opponent at the beginning, so he gets +3 bonus on Grixis colors and -1 on green and white, which is great. And we get +3 on white, +1 on blue and green. All right, let's see where we can go here. Great, we've got March of Multitudes, which is fantastic. I think I want to get that on the board before I play Tristani so we can bump our stack up a bunch. I've also flipped Consume Consecrate to the backside, so if I get mana here, I can keep charging it. All right, let's see. Looks like we've got a match 5 with the loyalty. Before I do that, I want to check if there's anything better. General mantra I love in this game is find a move and then see if anything is better than that move. Just general game theory that has served me pretty well. I don't see anything else, and I won't take forever here, so let's get the loyalty match. All right. Now let's see here. I'll just go ahead and do this. Again, apologies if I'm not making optimal plays. I'm just trying to get this done and not take forever here. I can talk a lot. I should be terse. Terse, I can be terse. Once in flight school, I was laconic. Let's see, Crush Contraband. Don't think we need that now. All right. opponent hasn't played anything yet. Let's see, probably the greens that it's suggesting as a match on top, but let's see if there's anything else. Don't see anything else right now, so we'll just do that for now. Right, another Tristani there. Hopefully I actually draw Precinct Captain. Let's see. We get the blues and the loyalties here, I think. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. It also takes the blues away from the opponent. I'm going to still go for value on that thing. We'll cast it soon. There we go. There's our Precinct Captain. All right, let's move him up to the top. And what does this opponent's creature do? This guy's annoying. First. All right, so we may end up actually wanting to remove this guy before we play our Precinct Captain. Let's look at our mana situation first here. Let's see again. My apologies, I'm not the fastest. I'm methodical, read slow when I play, so just trying to check what the best options are here. I see a match with reds. I see there's reds that can go to blue on the far right. Also, this red in the middle row could potentially drop some loyalty matches. I don't know what the play is here, actually. Let's just not deliberate forever and make a decision. I'm going to go ahead and do the far right column, see if we can get some blues coming down. No, but we've got a big token stack, so that's good. Maybe I should have waited on that, actually, because Bolus's ability may kill something, but if it kills the token stack, we'd rather have it do that than our Precinct Captain. Yeah, I've got to get rid of this thing, because if it keeps draining mana, that's going to be annoying. So let's actually move that above that. Let's see, greens. Yeah, we'll do the greens at the top, and then maybe we can cascade into a white. I'm gonna bite myself if they play anything else, but I'm gonna clear that from my hand. Let's make that match there. Ah, he keeps getting that, yeah. Yeah, this is not looking so great for us, but let's see. Well, that was good. Killed that, so... All right. Flip the Consume Consecrate. All right, what else do we want to do? We can make white down at the bottom of the board. We can do blues into reds at the 5th row. That looks like that might give us a little more mana, actually, and it takes away the blue and the reds from the opponent. Something when I'm playing the game to really think about in general is just the net mana gain for each player. While you might sometimes make a move that gives you slightly less mana, if you're taking more mana away from the opponent, that can be a long-term strategic sort of thing versus just what you get for the first tactical gains. All right, yeah, let's just go ahead and do that for now, I think. All right, hopefully he won't drain us good. There we go. All right. Great, so things are looking a little better. We're going to be able to kill his Disciple of the Ring and then start getting our Precinct Captain out. What's the best way to do this? I can get white matches in the 5th row or in the middle row. What gives me the better chance to cascade and do some other things? probably the 5th row, but let's double check here. No, let's just go ahead and do that so I don't take forever. There we go. All right, over on the right, we've got a match over here. I want to get Precinct Captain on the board, and then I want to kill their Disciple. Let's see, I'm just going to get rid of one of these Tristanis because it's great if we win, but it might be a win more at this point. I just want to make sure we have a backup Precinct Captain in case they blow it up with Bolas's first loyalty ability. All right, I think I like this order of stuff. So let's see. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do that for now. There we go, that was nice. Great, he didn't blow up our Precinct Captain, so we're going to start getting some more value off of it. Hasda Captain, yes. All right, we're starting to fire on all cylinders here. Let's see, Gideon's loyalty ability we could use, but I think I want to wait to see if I can fish out some removal from him. So let's get this Hasda Captain on the board. That way, even if he does kill our Precinct Captain, we have another source to keep generating token advantage. All right. Let's see. We can get 2 green and or 3 green and 3 loyalty, and then have a chance to get some whites or some blacks up at the top as things fall. Is there anything better we can do? Don't see anything immediately better here. So let's just go ahead and do that for now. Awesome. Great cascade, and we get to kill his guy. Everything's coming up Millhouse. All right. There we go. Now we see, as we're hitting, we keep getting more lifelink soldier tokens. We're going to start getting the same thing with the Hasda Patrol. Great. We've got Gideon's Triumph, so I'm probably going to play that now to have proactive removal. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and use this loyalty ability here to give all my creatures a bonus here. This is fantastic. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. What's the good match here? I can get whites on the far right. That's probably it for now. We'll just do that so I don't keep taking all your time up. I just love watching the stack grow bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm someone in games who likes to hoard resources in general. When I was playing Mage Knight, I was devastated when I learned that you can only have a certain amount of crystals in your inventory. All right. Let's see. So they killed our stack, but we can start making a whole lot more, actually. And let's see, actually, with how Hasda Marshal works. Whenever this creature attacks, if you control 3 or more creatures or creature reinforcements, create 2 lifelink soldier tokens. So actually, with Precinct Captain triggering first, we're going to still get to make tokens with that. So we're going to have 4 tokens coming up after this. This is awesome. All right. I'm going to wait on using the loyalty ability. Actually, I'm not, because I can use his loyalty ability and just kill him before we even need those tokens. So, yeah, again, this deck, I'm just going to make a move. It doesn't really matter now since we're going to win. But, yeah, this deck is pretty fun.